What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Happy Tuesday night. You are tuning in to the Porch Talk Night Show with your host, Raquel. What's going on? What's going on? So, Brittany Renner pours water on Charleston White and the host on the Danza Project. She did an interview over there. We're going to get into that. And then I've got some more confessions and scandals and some more from that podcast that we're going to talk about. So we're going to get into that. Shout out to those watching me on Facebook, Racqi Road Productions Facebook page. Shout out to those watching me on the Porch Talk YouTube page. I ask that you hit the like button. Like I always say, honey, if you don't hit this like button, because as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, they aren't invoicing for likes, so they should be free. And if you don't like it, then you must not like me. And that would make you a hater or very strange for you to watch someone you don't like. So hit that like button. Thank you very much. Yeah, so shout out to you if you're watching me on the replay. Please share this video if possible. If not, I understand. I love you guys, and we're going to get into it. All right, so let's get this clip up and let's talk about it. Let's see. Let's see here. Boom.
I've never been wet before, but yeah, I'm sure it's.
Let me get it together. Hold on for a second, y'all. Here we go. All right. Thanks. Now, let's watch this clip.
It's uncomfortable to be wet.
Is it?
Yeah. I've never been wet before, but yeah, I'm sure it's uncomfortable to be wet.
You know, moist is one thing, but wet is just another. It ain't what we shooting for. You know what I mean?
You hear what?
Isn't that
Miss Ma'am?
No.
No, come on, please. Come on, man, please.
No.
Come on, man, please.
I need you to be kind and respectful to my guests. Where that pig poker at, man? Go ahead and get the pig poker out. Wait a minute.
Oh my God, the booty though.
Wait a minute. I did nothing for that. Oh, that's. Wait a minute, Miss Renner.
So she poured the water on him. Here's the thing. So I'm gonna play another clip, a longer clip from the interview, because the Danza Project, like a lot of these podcasts, what they do is they air the full one. So the full one, for you to watch that, you have to be like a exclusive member of theirs. But they put the clips up. So I've got like an 8-minute clip because we're gonna get into how all of this kind of probably occurred. One thing about it is we get on these podcasts and there's alcohol and stuff like that involved. So it already gets you revved up. I believe that Brittany Renner is already kind of in her feelings about things and the way she's being perceived. What's going on, DeWine? Shout out to you, how she's being perceived. And I think she was just triggered at that point. So we're going to go to the other clip that I pulled up first and get into that as to what could have went wrong. So here we go. All right, 1 second.
PJ just got an amazing contract. How does that make you feel as a woman knowing that's your baby father? What is your first view on that?
Honestly, I want my child's father to win.
Exactly.
It's just what it is. And regardless of what people say, I believe he deserves whatever he feels he's worthy of. So
that's genuine.
Whatever that contract looks like, that's what it looks like. And I didn't have a child. You know, I had a 2nd-degree tear. You know what that looks like?
You see, she faded, right? Okay.
Just
Hello?
say no.
Hello?
Say no for all of us.
Is everybody fucking listening?
Say no.
Hello?
Yeah, yourself.
A 2nd-degree tear. You know what that looks like?
I mean, that boy was that big when you had it.
He was, I think it was 8.1.5.
That means she had a big baby.
Almost 9 pounds. right?
Another NBA player.
Does that matter to you? Does that matter to you? Who had such a motherfucking opinion about me?
Wait,
Does that
time out.
matter?
It's group.
Hold
My
on.
opinion changed. But
Hold
yeah,
on.
Well, he had an
Answer the
opinion about it.
motherfucking question.
no, it didn't initially. No, hell no.
Okay, I had a second-degree tear. That means they sewed me up.
Yeah, okay.
Right. You know what that means? That means I love that motherfucker. My pussy was fucking split open for him.
Right.
You understand that? You lost 9 pounds.
Big boy.
Okay.
Gratefully, I had a 5-pound baby.
Good for you.
Bless,
My
bless.
baby was almost 9 pounds.
Big boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. All right.
No, I wanted to say that because I think it is important. A lot of people do
What's important?
that. You do wish well for them.
Most.
Here's the thing. Let me just tell you, you and every one of the motherfuckers that are commenting, she's doing too much. She
Fuck 'em.
at the end of the day, this pussy
Oh, that is
had a
doing too much, baby.
second-degree tear. Do you know what that means?
You just taught us.
Ripped.
What is it?
Ripped.
Thank you, Charleston.
Ripped open.
Ripped.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, boy had a head like his daddy.
Damn.
yeah. Boy had a head like
Man,
his daddy.
damn, Lord.
All right.
Hold on.
So, a ripped fucking vagina. Let me hold on.
Say it again. Say it again. For the people in the back.
Let me tell you something. 50 pounds. Do you hear what I'm saying?
That boy born 50 pounds.
No, you gained.
I gained 50 pounds.
Oh shit.
Now look, I had to stop it right here for a second. Honey, we all get big as hell. I know I didn't look like the Michelin man fucking around with these kids, okay? And yes, I've been ripped by my first one. That was the only one I delivered vaginally. So I get it, but that comes with childbirth. And I'm not discounting it. I get what she's saying. I'm just saying that, ma'am, you had these waterhead ass kids, they gonna rip you up. And she still got her body together, so she was blessed in that regard. Back to the video.
Charleston, 50 pounds. That's just somebody, I'm just whatever. It's about money. Let me tell you something. I can't be bought.
Hello.
That's what all these people in the chat can't seem to understand. They think I can be bought. They think that it's just about money. It's just whatever. It's the highest bidder. I believe in true love.
Hello.
I heard her say that, but you
I
know
said
we
it 100 fucking times.
Huh.
Hey, listen.
Hello.
Hey, listen now, listen.
Listen to what I'm fucking saying. Shut the fuck up when a real bitch is talking.
Okay.
Shut up.
Okay.
Get
Shut
the
the
room.
fuck up.
Take the room.
Here we
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Yes, ma'am. Here we go.
Look at Charleston.
I'm a real fucking bitch.
He like, what the fuck?
You hear what I'm saying?
Talk.
And I care. And I'm a hopeful romantic. But I can't control. At the end of the day, I try to force something that wasn't mine. That wasn't my person. And that's okay. He's sitting over there motherfucking. Shut the fuck up.
Oh my God, honey, that's your fault.
Shut the fuck up when I'm talking.
That's peripheral.
Shut up.
That's peripheral.
Seriously, shut the fuck up when I'm talking. Because if you ever felt real love to where you have a motherfucking second-degree tear, hello?
Wait.
Her teeth are pretty.
Hello?
You didn't mean
Oh
it.
shit.
Hello? You don't know what it's fucking like.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry. I meant to hit this nigga.
Wrong guy.
Let me tell you
Wrong guy,
something.
champ. Wrong guy,
Shut the
champ.
fuck up. This right here is about to go. Let me tell you something.
Excuse me, Danza Project. What did y'all get this woman? I mean, because already she triggered, right? Y'all done brought up her baby daddy. She done heard people drag her for filth over and over again on these social media platforms, on these interviews, or whatever the fuck. So she is over it. But did y'all give her some vodka? What did y'all give her? Because she is acting a damn fool. Now, let's not discount that when this camera come on, people act a fool anyway. That's just what it is. When this camera come on, you know, baby, when they gave us the smartphone, we really started to show our ass. So when this camera come on, we act a fool. But you can tell that she is feeling the type of way. And one thing about alcohol, baby, it's going to bring up some stuff that's suppressed. So she's been dealing with these feelings and she's acting out. That's what's going on here.
We good.
Shut up when I'm fucking talking. Yo, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit you. I meant to hit that nigga. Because you sitting over here laughing.
All right, chill. Relax.
I ain't chilling.
Relax.
Because at the end of the day, It ain't your pussy. Hey,
Look at
listen.
Charleston. Look at
I
Charleston.
hear you. Hey, listen, that's fine. But guess what? You protecting him is what it is. Is it not? Is it not? Is it not?
She hit the wrong nigga.
Hey, don't be sitting over there laughing. Let me tell you, I ain't talking to you. I ain't talking to him right here. I ain't talking about. Then bat me in my shit. Then
Champ, she cool.
bat me in my shit.
Ma'am, don't say that.
Apologies, champ.
Bat me in my shit.
Now, when I say do not argue with men and provoke them, now this man has a right to say what he's saying, right? Because she threw a water bottle at him, and if it hit him or if it would have, that's assault. Okay, so he have a right to say what he's saying, but she said, bat me in my shit. Ma'am, you threw a bottle at him. And this is no shade to Brittany Renner. I don't know the woman. I don't know her from Tom's House Cat, honey. I don't know her from the Alley Cat outside. But I'm just saying women should not argue with men, and they sure should not put their chest out and tell them, like, do something about it. You know what I'm saying? Because what if he do? Then what? Then you're going to be in the corner crying. Your eye going to be hanging out your head, and you're going to be talking about how you got beat the fuck up. Just leave these men alone. She really needed to calm her ass down because she was too lit, and it took away her self-control.
That all right?
It's Shannon Briggs right here tripping out. We're good. We're good.
Apologies, champ.
At the end of the day, all right, I don't give a fuck you talking about lady. I don't care. At the end of the day, nobody knows what I went through. Nobody knows what I'm going through.
She's heard about it.
Nobody, you, him, whoever the fuck, you don't get to sit here and talk about shit. Ain't nobody drunk bitch talking about nothing. What's up?
We family here.
What's up?
We family here.
What's up?
Champ. No,
I ain't talking about nothing.
We all right, champ.
We ain't talking about nothing.
We family.
This is Charleston's people, not mine.
She all right,
It's
champ.
Charleston's
She all right,
people.
champ.
No, we family.
He said you all right.
I ain't no fucking security, bitch.
I don't give a fuck what you talking
Come on,
about.
champ.
Bat me in my shit then.
It's all good.
Bat me in my shit then.
Come on.
Then shut the fuck up.
Ask me about my
Chill.
Yeah, but
Let's
hit your
relax.
motherfucking buzzer, bitch.
All right, let's reset the room. Let's reset the room.
It is what it
guys.
is.
Let's reset the room.
It
guys.
is what it is.
Everybody cool, guys. Everybody cool.
It is what it is.
This is how y'all know they want ratings and clicks because she acting a fool.
Hey, shut
All
the
right.
fuck up.
Family here,
All
guys.
right,
You don't like Brittany Renner. Brittany Renner, we fuck with her.
Who's got music playing? All right. Let's relax. Let's reset the room for a second.
Nah, don't reset shit. The fuck we on?
We on the motherfucking
Charleston,
Danza Project, baby.
motherfucking Capricorn in the motherfucking
In
building.
the builds.
Hey, let me tell you something. I don't care what you talking about because I really bad nigga in here shit. No, this is my touch up.
Girl, what is happening, honey?
Listen, let me tell you something. Don't nobody get to tell me shit about shit.
All
At the
right.
end of the
Jill,
day,
close that.
Charleston,
Yes, ma'am.
this
He said, yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
this the motherfucking real nigga right
Yes,
here.
ma'am.
Right.
And if I understand him,
Yes,
he
ma'am.
understand me. We won't understand each other.
Correct.
Damn that hand.
So what's up?
I'm just happy.
Yeah, I got a good grip.
Yeah, I see. Shit, you strong. Yeah, shit. I can tell you play sports.
Ma'am.
Mm.
I can tell
Ma'am.
you
Oh
play
my God,
sports.
what's
Yeah, I
happening?
did.
I can tell.
Yeah, I did.
Shit.
Ma'am.
You gotta. Hey, what's up? What we
Shout
doing,
out to everybody
Charleston?
in-
I'm reading
Shout out
all that
everybody
shit on
in
there.
the
Shit, I done got
I don't
into
give
the
a fuck.
comments. Just shit, I done
Giving
got
these
to.
minutes satisfaction. Shut up, bitch. While real
Oh
bitches
my
talking.
God.
All right, so let's reset. Get back to what we were talking
What are we
about.
talking about?
We're
Peace, love, health, and wealth.
a grade 2 tear, Charles.
Health, and wealth.
So look, I do want to make clear. Now she talking shit, calling people bitches and all of this stuff and throwing bottles. I want to say this, men, don't get crazy. But I do want to say this. She definitely in this environment feel that she's protected. If she thought that they would lose their composure and knock her head off her shoulders, she wouldn't have did none of that. Drunk, even drunk. I don't know. Well, I mean, it depends on how drunk she is. Maybe she would have. But I think a part of her subconsciously knows that they can't really do nothing to her, especially with the cameras rolling. So she's really clowning. But because she's intoxicated, what he call her, a drunk bitch, and she has been suppressing this and she's going through this and she feels a type of way, oh, she's showing her natural ass. And she did show her ass by accident. I don't think she meant to on purpose, but we seen her ass, we seen her panties. And so, ma'am, you know, you're going to have to wear a longer dress when you go indulge in the spirits with a room full of men, because, you know, you got your cat out, and that's going to cause a problem, you know. But hey, what the hell did I know?
PJ, and everything that occurred, and you know that you do wish well for him of what everything that went on.
I always do, because you know what? I had a baby for him.
Oh, that
PJ. Okay, so that's that. So that's that, y'all. Yeah. So let me go through foul mouth and batshit crazy. Didn't she say she trapped her NBA baby daddy on purpose? Trigger. Laugh out loud. Wow. Yeah. I don't follow her like that, but from what I've seen, I think she seems like a premeditated clout chaser. Not clout chaser, but viral moment chaser. Maybe. I mean, I think a lot of motherfuckers are, you know what I'm saying, with this camera on. That's what I think. I think a lot of us are on that, you know. Shit, I have problems because I ain't trying to clout chase. So, well, let's go to the more juicy shenanigans outside of this that I told you about. I got more confections. So let's get into this. 42-year-old male, he cheated on his wife, which is 43. Should I tell her what happened? I had an emotional affair with a work colleague a little over 4 years ago. Whilst this doesn't diminish the fact it was still an affair and therefore betrayal, it only became physical once after too much alcohol, although there was no sex involved and just kissing. COVID then happened and it fizzled out and she left the company. Looking back, I'm glad that it did, as it was a major mistake on my part that I massively regret. I can only put what I did down to a midlife crisis type event and weakness on my part. My wife and I have always had a really good relationship, spent most of our time together, and have had a lot of plans for the future. We have 2 teen kids. We make a great team. The only negative aspect to our relationship is that my wife never initiates sex, which despite having had numerous arguments and conversations about, she is unwilling to change. I think this led me to have low self-esteem about myself. And so when I received some overt female attention for the first time in years, I lost myself a bit and fell for the potential excitement of a new relationship. Now, before I continue, sir, did she initiate sex before she became your wife? See, that's what we're unclear about, because if she wasn't doing that and you were always doing that, see, people think people are going to do the switch up when they marry them. No. Was she initiating sex before y'all got married? Okay. Anyway, so do I come clean and tell my wife, or do I continue to live with the guilt for my wife and children's benefit? And then he gives the update. But before I go into the update, sir, let me ask you a question. Tell her for what? Listen. Tell her for what? If she ain't picked up on it with her intuition, what you about to tell her for? Because you want to get put out? Because that's what's going to happen. You're going to get your ass put out your house if you tell her that you cheated. So tell her for what, sir? You feel guilty about it? I tell you what you do. You ask for forgiveness. You forgive yourself. Confess it out loud. Forgive yourself. Write it down in some journal with a lock on it that you can hide, that nobody can't find it. Put it in a safe and keep it fucking moving. But tell her for what? Now, this whole thing, my wife and I always had a really good relationship, spent most of our time together, but you seem to bring up the fact that she never initiates sex. It sounds like you're finding a reason to give an excuse as to why you cheated, sir. What it was is you wasn't minding your motherfucking business. You was with another woman. Yes, she was giving you a little attention. But first of all, the biggest part is you weren't minding your business, because if you keep yourself out of temptation and out of situations, you would not cheat. Now, me personally, if you told me and I was your wife, I wouldn't get mad. She's going to pay for some bills. Especially if she know we gonna talk about something. We gonna set up an arrangement, because since you didn't came into my household, then now it's a payment due. I'm gonna send that motherfucker an invoice. I'm not gonna fight her. The problem is with me and you though, because we have an agreement. But if she knew, oh, she getting the invoice. But I ain't gonna fight her. I ain't got nothing to talk about. I don't believe in going back and forth with women over no man for what. Man, just go ahead and pay some of these bills, because, you was dipping in on this. So, yeah. So here goes the update. I've read hundreds and hundreds of everyone's posts. Clearly, there's more nuance than the simple Reddit post can portray. And it's disappointing that people assume things about me without any evidence. I do my fair share of the chores and always have. I was a stay-at-home dad for a few years, and I can hand on heart say I spend more time with my wife and kids than most men. Good for you, sir. That said, I'm certainly not trying to diminish whose fault this is 100% mine. I fucked up. I made a poor choice. I regret it immensely, and I wish I could turn back time. But I can't, and I'll have to live with the choices I made, whatever happens. I'm not going to lie. The excuses I gave regards alcohol, lack of initiation, low self-esteem. So now you admitting to the motherfucking excuses. Didn't I just say that shit? Okay. Were probably me trying to pass the buck on some level. It definitely was, sir. It's called deflection and projection. Whilst I do believe they were factors in what led to me to do what I did, now he's taking it back. He's reneging. Like many of you said, it was still ultimately my choice, and it was just me being weak to try and use them as excuses for what I did. Definitely. There you have it. You're making excuses, sir. Hey, I ain't hating on you. You know what I'm saying? You went out and you tapped some old cat. I'm not going to assume. I don't know your character. I don't know who the hell you are. So I'm not going to make up scenarios and call you a bad person, because I don't know that. They have a song for that, Donnie McClurkin. What is it called? We fall down, but we get up. Get your ass up, because you didn't fall down. We fall down, but we get up. And keep it moving. But don't tell your wife about that stuff. Don't you do it, because you are going to be out of a home, sir. Next, I took about $800 from my mom because she stole $1,200 from me. Well, honey, you don't even have to elaborate. She stole $1,200 and all you got was $8. This ain't even a confession. It ain't even yet. Okay. I have never told a soul about this, and I feel like I need to get it off my chest. Do you now? At the time, I had 2 kids, a male 3 and a female 1 years old. My mom claimed my children on her taxes. Now, this is some ignorant shit. And after told me that she would split the money with me. I told her not to claim them on their taxes because my then fiance was going to. So people just willy-nilly claiming your kids. Is this the kid's father? Okay, whatever. At the time, they were living in our home and were not providing financial support to either child. They ended up spending over $3,000 on a used car and then claimed that they never received money for either of the children. I later found out that they did receive about $1,200 back for both children. Only $1,200? Okay. I entered my mom's card on a website with a fake account, bought e-gift cards and sent them to another fake email and spent them through another fake account on a website I won't name. After I ordered the packages, I changed the address and name to her name and an address halfway across the U.S. By the time my mom found out and investigated it, I had already spent $800. Customer support wouldn't give her the money back because the account was in her name. They told her to dispute it with her bank, and she never did. I haven't told her years later that I was the one who did it. I feel bad about it now. This was 10 plus years ago, and have considered telling her 2 times within the past couple of months. This is another one. Tell her for what? She lied to you about the money. Listen, mama, brother, sister, cut, whatever. Don't play with people's money, okay? When you playing with somebody's money, you get what you get. Don't do that, especially nowadays, how stuff is going up. Kids cost. Don't play with my money. We had an agreement. You didn't do right. I told you not to claim them. I told you my fiance was going to claim them. Hell to the no. You ain't got to tell her nothing. You told Reddit, I read it, and we talked about it. You good. You good, honey. That was your confession. You are in the confession booth of the Porch Talk Night Show. You ain't got to tell your mama shit. She didn't tell you about that $1,200. You ain't got to tell her. That was a nice give back, okay? That was nice. Next. 24-year-old male stole upwards of 500 Pokemon cards from a first grader. Sir. Sir. What? Why are you stealing Pokemon cards from a kid? What's that about? What are we doing? So this happened almost 8 years ago. Now, I'm 24. Went to a K through 12 private school for most of my life. When I was in 9th grade, my younger brother entered kindergarten. Every day, we'll walk down to the kindergarten room to pick up my brother, and we walk home together. One day, I was walking down to the kindergarten room, and during my walk, I always passed the first grade room. They don't have lockers for kindergarten and first grade, just hooks in the hall outside the room to hang their coats, bags, and a shelf just above to place their lunch boxes. This particular day, I was walking down the hall, which was totally empty, as I usually left my study hall a bit early to get to my brother's classroom before the halls are crowded. And I noticed as I passed the hooks and shelf outside the first grade room that there was a fairly large container with Pokemon cards inside on the shelf. For context of why I did this, I have been collecting Pokemon cards for years, but my family wasn't super rich or anything, so I didn't have many in my collection compared to other kids I knew. Maybe 200 cards of my own. Maybe 200, sir? Okay. I don't know what came over me, but I took the container of cards, didn't even think twice about it. I stuffed it in my backpack and continued on with my day. Frankly, I had completely forgotten about it until recently, and I just wanted to get it off my chest without having to tell someone I know and have them think that I'm a terrible person. Sir, you are terrible. You stole from a little kid. You talking about you didn't have that many cards. 200 Pokemon cards sounds like a fucking lie. I don't have one. I don't even care to have one. What the hell is a Pokemon card, and what does it do? Is it valuable? Can you get money for the shit? Like, can you buy food with it, sir? What are we talking about? Why did you steal Pokemon cards from a kid? Thank you for your confession on Reddit. And now the Porch Talk Night Show. What are we talking about? I'm not going to throw you in saying you're a horrible person. I'm not. I'm going to say that was very ridiculous and that was terrible. That was a terrible thing to do. But to call you a terrible person, I wouldn't do that. But yeah, don't do that shit no more. My 37-year-old wife, I'm a 37-year-old male with a wife that's 38. She won't talk to me because I woke up too early. What? So why? Okay. As of last night, we were kid-free thanks to some friends having our kids for a last-minute sleepover. The wife and I decided we would watch the new Dungeons and Dragons movie and have a night of doing nothing for once. She fell asleep about 15 minutes into the movie. Shit, that's me, y'all. I stayed up and watched the entire thing. That's my husband. This morning, I woke up around 5 a.m., usually 4:45 a.m. to an alarm on work days because my stomach was not happy. I proceeded to spend the next hour or so in, and I decided it best to quietly close the door to the bedroom so I wouldn't disturb her sleep from having the TV on in the living room. I didn't want to go back to bed because of how frequently I was getting back up, and I knew this would wake her up as well. The second I sat down on the couch, she came out of the bedroom and asked me what I was doing. What are you doing? Can't you hear? What are you doing? I told her my stomach was killing me and I was trying to let her sleep in. She got mad at me and went back to the room but slammed the door. I went in there a few minutes ago to ask her why she's mad at me when I was trying to be considerate. She wouldn't talk to me and just stared at her phone. So help me, Reddit. Did I do something wrong here? I don't know, but this shit sounds like it's something missing. It sounds like it's missing in something. This sounds like some chicken noodle soup that's missing the noodles and the chicken, because I'm not getting it. Why would she be mad at you, sir? What's going on? I need more context, because what did you do wrong? I don't know. This sounds like something missing, because I don't get it. I mean, that is considerate to want to move out of the room to allow her to sleep. But see, I feel like y'all got some other shit that's been going on. And you just giving us a little sprinkle of what's going on. So I can't really even comment on this, because I feel like it's something in the background that I'm missing, because just reading this, unless the woman is insane, why would she be mad at you? But of course, I know it's some men watching this. Well, women are insane. They are irrational. Okay. So next. Now, this is some dumb shit. I lied on my resume and to my boss about my work history. So I've recently started my new job. It's at a pawn shop. Let's label it Pawn Shop A. But I feel so dirty. I feel like a criminal who's committed fraud. My God. For a broader context, the past year I worked at a pawn shop in London. Upon returning to my hometown 2 months ago, I temporarily took up a part-time job at a pawn shop. Call it Pawn Shop B, down the street from the one I'm currently working at. The thing is, my CV, I included that I worked at the one in London the past year, but not that I had at the time been working at Pawn Shop B, as I had only been there a few weeks doing 18 hours a week. But in the interview, I lied and said I didn't work there out of fear that I would get rejected, either for it being a conflict of interest or just being rejected for leaving a place after only having been there for a month. So I've started my new job at Pawn Shop A, and literally nobody has any idea that just a few weeks ago I worked at Pawn Shop B down the street. I just feel like such a rotten, horrible person. I feel so guilty, like a no good criminal. And fuck, am I scared of what legal action would get taken against me if they found out? Legal action? Wait a minute. It's legal action for people lying on their resume? And this is how I know it's not in America, because the way they say people don't want to work, honey, you could have told them the truth. They probably would have appreciated it. They was going to hire you because they need help. For context, I took on the job at the Pawn Shop A because the hours are very good. It's full-time, 45 hours a week. I had no malicious intent. I'm just trying to do better to support myself and my girlfriend. But I know that doesn't justify that I'm a fraud and a liar. Honey, don't be so hard on yourself, okay? All right. People lie about work shit. You trying to get a job. I don't advocate for lying. I don't advocate for deception, but I'm saying all the things that we can sit up and worry ourselves about, this wouldn't be it. This wouldn't be it. Now, if London is prosecuting y'all for stuff like this, I could understand you feeling this way because of the possible repercussions. So the way that you guys do things, but baby, people lie on their kids. Who give a damn about a resume? Okay, people will lie on their damn kids. All right. Who cares about a resume? Don't nobody care about that, baby. That is really something. Well, what you gonna do? Well, y'all, what did y'all think about that Brittany Renner shit? What did y'all think about any of this stuff? Let me know in the comments. Again, thank you so much if you're tuning in on Facebook. Thank you so much if you're tuning in on the Porch Talk YouTube channel. Remember, I have 2 YouTube channels, though. So subscribe to the other one at Racqi Road TV. That's at RACQI Road TV. Subscribe to that one. Also, there is different content. I just had a video released over there tonight from the Black Love group chat, a clip. So you want to check that out. But yeah, that Brittany Renner shit was wild. People be fooling y'all. They be fooling. Now they gonna be dragging her about this, honey. Listen, you know what? Forget about what people say. Forget about what people's opinions. Really, honestly, I like to act like I have some sense because of how I feel about myself, because my view of myself. I don't want to be out here showing my ass. And that's just that. I mean, but if you're comfortable with it, hey, but I wouldn't worry about what people think in that regard. But when they say be a lady, yeah, I mean, that's my thing. I would prefer to be a lady, especially on camera. I wouldn't have been having my hoo-ha out and throwing water on men, because what if either one of them men would have got up and blacked your eye? Then what? You know what I'm saying? Took your head off your shoulders, then it would have been a problem. So we really, as women, we do have to move wisely. I definitely sympathize with her and empathize of why she would be upset, considering people see you online, they see your online persona, and they come up with all of these conclusions and assumptions. And the thing about people is people are so judgmental because really they don't like who they are. And see, when people see a lot of flaws in themselves, they tend to project that onto other people. And instead of addressing their insecurities and their flaws within themselves, they rather damn other people and put them on the cross. So therefore, I do know that. But she was acting a damn fool. It's just, we watched it together at the beginning of this show. So if you're just coming in and you missed the Brittany Renner portion, I talked about Brittany Renner, and then we had some more confessions after that. So you want to go back to the beginning and check that out. Make sure y'all hitting the likes, please. Like this, please. I really appreciate it, because somebody is going to see it that needs to see it. I appreciate you, but go ahead and go back to the beginning and watch that, and watch some of these ridiculous confessions. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hey, you, let's keep in touch. Head on over to RacqiRoadTV.com/network. And when you arrive to the page, scroll on down to the prompt to lead you to subscribe to my newsletter. Enter your email, first name, last name, hit subscribe. This first button leads you to Racqi Road TV, and the second one leads you to Porch Talk. Sign up to be a guest on Candace Stories of My Soul or the Black Love group chat with this form. Here's how to get to Racqi Road TV YouTube channel through the browser, and how to get to Porch Talk YouTube channel from the browser. Yes, these are both my YouTube channels. Please subscribe to both of them. Until next time, toodles!